Well, up until midnight last night, or a minute past, this was my local. Toby Carvery at the side of the Travelodge. And, well, it's probably going to be after Christmas next time I get in there. Cheers, Boris. Hey, now then, here's another thing. Let's wait for these cars to go. When I do the walk from our house, or a walk from our house, which is quite often, by this time, what time is it now? It's 8:30 in the morning, so it won't matter. But I sometimes find myself going past this pub on the way home. It's about 15 minutes walk from our house, and I'll just nip in, have 2 pints, and then go home. But you can't do that now, can you? No, well, they now say you have to have a substantial meal. Well, actually, no, they've had to backtrack on that a bit, haven't they? I'll wait now till we get round this corner. So anyway, well, we're allowed to go out still and exercise. But we can't. What about all these pubs now like that, where that is like, it's a regular walking area for people around here. A lot of people just call in and have a couple of beers. Some might go in for a meal on Sundays or whatever, and they have a set of regulars in there. They're a bit posh, some of them. But my point is, why can you not go in a pub and have 2 pints and then leave? Is it too difficult, that? Or is it too difficult to police? If the marshals come into the pub and see you without food in front of you, you're bollocks, aren't you? Well, no, to the point, the landlord is, or landlady. But, so they've had to backtrack on substantial meal, haven't they? It had to be a main meal, they said. Well, I don't think they'd get away with that, would they? Because what they're saying, you have to eat more than you would do normally when you go out. What if you don't want to drink? You still have to have a substantial meal, or can you just have a bowl of soup? I honestly despair at the minute. I don't honestly think any of them know what they're doing. You've got, I knew it'd end in tears. Well, unfortunately, it's not ended, has it? But we've got the Tories now putting everywhere into tier 3 before Christmas, that's for sure. What happens then? Tier 4, what's that? Total lockdown, is it again? Which is virtually what we're in now, except they're not giving us the support that they used to. Then you've got the Labour who are just arguing, which they would do, such as, I think, if Boris had said, right, we'll have a circuit break, I think the Labour would be saying, oh well, we shouldn't do that, we should go into tiers, why should you shut all the country down? They're just taking the opposite view, aren't they, I think. But anyway, even if they're not, why do they think a 2-week circuit break is going to work when a 15-week one didn't? What happens after 2 weeks? Another 2, then another 2, and then another 2. They're not closing schools and universities. Yeah, that's where it's rife. There's many schools around this area have to close down completely. Lots of people's kids in the school and teachers, staff have had it. Christine works in the school. She's had 2 tests so far, negative. But here we are, stuck at home, can't go on holiday. Alright, fair enough, we've always followed the guidelines. And I'm trying to not get too stressed out about it. Christine's a bit worried about me, actually. Because, well, ending tears yesterday. You get down, ship. Look at that bloody big thing. Yesterday I had to phone up Stirling Ferry House and Bolter's Marina. Bolter's Marine. To cancel bookings that I'd made for, well, we were supposed to be going in the ferry house on Monday and Bolter's for a slot on next Friday. And I was almost in tears doing that. So I can see how stressful it is for people. Like I say, Christine was, I think she's a little bit concerned because I've had a few quiet moments recently. And when she sees me deep in thought, she's thinking I'm heading for depression. And like I say, I can see, if circumstances were different, I can see it. I mean, I don't think, unless they find a vaccine, that anything they're going to try now is going to work. And I think because of the schools and the unis, and it's all the young people, are they going to stop young people going around to each other's houses? Not a chance. So anyway, well, I was watching a video, which I'll be doing more of that shortly, and just to keep myself going and so I don't slip into a deep depression, I'll do some more quizzes and maybe an online roundup of what's going on around the Facebook groups and forums and so on. I come up to the motorway bridge here now, and for anybody who's getting depressed, well, I'm not suggesting you should jump off it, but the people have put signs up here, and it looks to me like somebody's ripped a lot of them down because there were more. Now that's out of order. This is where you get some scrotums coming up at night in the car throwing their shit all over the floor. Well, that winds me up, but well, you can read that from there. Take a deep breath and step back. Call 116 123. They really care about you. Stay safe. So these are spread out throughout on the bridge. And this is what I mean. Look. That's on a little bit what we usually have here. There's helium canisters everywhere. And so yeah, I mean, I'm not brave enough to go anywhere near that wooden fence, am I? That's about as close as I'd like to get with a camera then. My mind's staying on top of it. Oh, it's good, no. No, so anybody who's getting really depressed, they should get some help from somewhere. Just ask. I think, from now on, where are we? There'll be more deaths as a result of what they're trying to do to get rid of this disease than there will be the disease itself. In fact, that's another thing. Did I say anyway I'm going to do some videos? Won't be as long as this one. So the quiz will be coming up pretty shortly. Stick with me. Stick with me, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Just forgot that. I'm getting sweat on here now, and it's only about 10 degrees, but it's quite mild, no wind. Yeah, so tomorrow we should have been heading down to Norfolk to get on Silver Cloud for a week, and I'm sure you understand that if you've got something like that you've been looking forward to, and then all of a sudden you can't do it, it can be a bit annoying. But like I say, that unless they get a vaccine, I don't think what they're doing is going to work. I think you've got to protect the vulnerable. The problem is, I'm in that category, aren't I? You've got to protect the vulnerable. And, well, if they're not going to close the unis or the schools where there's a hell of a lot of cases at the minute. So I just can't get my head around it, as the actress said to the bishop. But, no, I just... Anyway, enough of that. So, I was watching this video. Have I told you this already? I'll put a link to it. I think he's called Michael Chartres. It's spelled C-H-A-T-R-E-S. And he has a camper van, and I think he does mainly like canals and stuff, but he was on the Norfolk Broads. And he went on the Southern Comfort and had a trip down the river on that. And then he went and had lunch with Terry Waite. Now you remember him? He helped negotiate a lot of releases for hostages back in the day, and got captured himself in Beirut. Now if you feel you're getting depressed, have a listen to his story. Because he was chained to a radiator for 23 hours 50 minutes a day, beaten regularly. They had mock thingamabobs, assassinations, what's that they call it? Yeah, chopping his head off sort of thing. And what he used to do, he'd pretend he was on a boat and he filled it up with all the stocks and drinks and food, and he'd set sail in his imagination, and that kept him going. Now, he's not saying that it kept him totally sane completely. Come on, Muppet. But it helped him. So have a watch of that video. There is a second part to it that I haven't watched yet, and it's some of Terry's poems that he made while he was in there. He wrote his book in his head while he was captive, things like that. So I suppose it's a way of keeping the demons out, keeping your mind active. Otherwise it just fester. So thanks Terry for that, because it cheered me up a little. Well, that's a cheered me up. It's made me think that my little problems with the council and not being able to go on holiday are insignificant, aren't they, really, compared to you? So, good man. So anyway, I'll leave you there. Well, I'll put the quiz up now, or I might do it in 2 parts. Watch out for the quiz later. Otherwise, it depends on how long this is now. I've been rambling on a while again. So, coming down this bloody hill. But this is good for my knees, coming down this hill talking to you, because it makes me forget. Ooh. Yeah. See that woman up there? I don't know if you caught her on the camera. Oh, she's here. She's behind me. Better be careful. I was just going to say she went running around the corner hiding. Do I look like a convict? Hong Kong Fooey. So, yeah. So it depends on how long I've been waffling on for, whether it'll be a one-off or the quiz will come later today, or maybe tomorrow. I've actually got a job, believe it or not, today. First job this week, taking somebody to Manchester and back. So, yeah, catch you later. Ooh, that's really nice. Right, so, see that? I'm just playing now with my camera. You might not see this. You might do, you might not. Oh, started to rain now. Typical, innit? As soon as I say it looks like a nice morning, peas down. Come on, wait. Oh, sniffer dog. Right. Right, so bloody rain. Hang about, cows coming. It's that proper rain that wakes you right through. Right, so instead of going on my little walk on Ramworth on Sunday morning, which I normally do, and going from Acle Bridge up to Upton and going in the White Horse, a couple of bites and then back to the Acle Bridge. I think me and Christine are just going to go for walks, mainly just from our front door, similar to this we've done, or that I've done, well, me and Tilly, or may get in the car and just go and park up somewhere. But unless we go and have something to eat in some of the pubs, which defeats the object for me. I'm trying to lose bloody weight. Well, 2 pints and then home. Doris bloody Karloff, I don't think he knows what the bloody hell he's doing. Right, catch you later. Right, before we get going, if you need the answers to quiz 1, if you check out that quiz and look for Peter's answers, who is now top of the class, I will be checking him for having mobile phones in his school bag next time we do this. So here we go. Question 1, an easy one for you to get you going. Coalmans of Norwich are famous for producing what? Yeah, I'm being a bit kind today, aren't I? Here's another easy one for you. Which celebrity chef is part owner of Norwich City Football Club? A little bit harder this time for question 3, but it should be easy enough. This one's an anagram, and the answer is 2 words, but the anagram itself is 1. Question 4. What were the names of Norwich's 3 railway stations? Question 5. Where is this? And again, just in case you missed it first time. Question 6. Where in the Broads will you find crocklebogs, twiggles and boggles? My mind's been boggling recently. Question 7. Which Norfolk town has the world's only museum of gas and local history? Almost there now. Question 8. What is the name of the Norwich-born author of Is Dark Materials? Question 9. Born in Norwich, this famous Quaker prison reformer had a picture on the British £5 note. And the final question in this week's quiz, question 10. Originally built in 1820 and overlooking the town's pier, the Hotel de Paris is in which coastal resort? Right, if you're watching this before Saturday the 24th of October, don't forget the clocks go back later on, Sunday morning. Although, should we ask them to save the hour for next year? Who wants another frigging hour in 2020?